Hello, everybody. Hello, hello. Hope all is well. Hope all is well. Thank you for stopping on by. Thank you very much. And before we get started, I just want to ask you guys very nicely, very nicely, to please like and comment and subscribe to my little channel. Please, I'm trying to grow my little channel. I would appreciate it if you like it and comment. And please subscribe. All that shit is free. Okay? Help your sister out. It's freaking free. Okay? So let's get into it. Now, y'all, this is how crazy it is. Because guess what? I'm at work on my lunch break. Okay? And I want to talk about David D4VD. Now, I ain't never heard of this kid. I ain't gonna tell y'all no lie. But everybody say he is trending on TikTok. He's a singer, songwriter, all kind of stuff. I ain't never heard of this kid. I'm not lying. I ain't never heard of this kid. And I went back and I listened to some of his songs. I ain't never heard none of this shit. I mean, not this shit because I ain't knocking none of his music because I know a lot of people like his music, but it's just not for me. I ain't never heard this music. But anywho, y'all, David got his ass caught up. David got his ass caught up messing with this little girl. This little girl has been missing since last year. I have a daughter. I cannot imagine my child being missing since last year. I'm not lying. I would probably slit my damn wrist. I'm serious. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I don't know. Prayers going out to the family, and I mean it. Whew, child, people are be careful. Okay, keep your head on the swivel. So we're going to react to this video. Um, The video came from the channel is The Truth Is. Shout out to him. Y'all subscribe to his channel. I've subscribed. He has good content, y'all. Okay. So go on over there and see what he doing. And subscribe to me first. Okay. Me first. Me. Subscribe to me first. All right, y'all. So let's get into it.
David is a multi-platinum recording artist who is known for his hit songs Romantic Homicide and Here With Me. Just 11 days ago, while he was on tour, the body of a decomposing dismembered girl was found in the trunk of his Tesla, parked in a Hollywood tow yard.
New details are emerging about a body found inside of a Tesla at a Hollywood tow yard and registered to a popular artist.
Initially, the authorities weren't able to determine who the person was due to their decomposing state, creating a crime mystery straight out of a Hollywood movie. This instantly became viral news, and everyone was wondering how that body ended up in the trunk of a famous artist, and more importantly, who was that person in his trunk. Eventually, the authorities got the tip they needed to help identify this body. A mother contacted TMZ horrified, as she believed the body discovered could have been of her missing 15-year-old daughter named Celeste Rivas.
Now look at this baby. Um, there was other content creators saying that David, was saying that this girl, he thought this girl was 18. Now, yeah, we age really well. And she looks like a child. But then again, she looked like she can be 18. Okay? Because we age really good. Now, I'm not saying you can look at this girl and clearly see she's only 12, 13, 14, 15. She does look young. But 18-year-olds look young too. 18-year-olds don't look super duper grown. They do still have that baby face. They really do.
Celeste had gone missing the year before. The authorities were then able to confirm that the body they found in David's Tesla was in fact her daughter, Celeste Rivas.
And I'm hoping the mama called TMZ after she didn't already talk to the authorities and confirmed that that was her daughter, because I mean, I get it. You calling TMZ to get the story out there because if it's him, he need to be under the prison. But I don't know.
While at first David wasn't seen as a suspect, that all changed the moment the mother confirmed that her daughter told her she had a boyfriend named David. Now all signs seem to point directly to the man who owned the car the body was found inside of. This story is turning out to be a disturbing, strange mystery that by the end of this video, you would likely think the same thing as me, that David most likely did it. Hey guys, I hope all is well. Welcome back to the Truth.
It's like he's fascinated with death. Like y'all see his shirt, all that fake blood. What the fuck is all that? You gotta watch out for these kind of people. Like, and then they say like at his concerts, he have like caskets and all kind of death shit. Like, and now I don't listen to this dude. I ain't never listened to his music. Like, I didn't know his music like that until this case came across my desk. And I listened to some of his music, and y'all, that shit dark as a bitch. That shit dark as a bitch. His music is scary. Big time.
Truth is, where I drop new videos exposing the truth weekly. In today's episode, we will be talking about the David situation. I have dug deep into his song lyrics and the imagery in his music videos, and what I found might tell us exactly what happened to this young girl. But before we begin, I just wanted to politely ask you guys to like, share, and subscribe so we can get this video seen by all those who need to see it. I want to thank you all. Now, let's get right into it. Right now, things aren't looking good for David, I can tell you that. I spent the last few days digging into this story every moment I could, and what I found out about this case paints a pretty clear picture. A picture that became even clearer after what I found hidden in his music videos and song lyrics.
Look at this. It's like he's telling us what he did without telling us what he did. Because what the fuck is they doing? They putting the body in the trunk and then they found her body in his frunk because it was the front seat trunk of his Tesla. So they call that a frunk. Child, fix it.
Before we get into the mysterious death of Celeste, let's get to know the prime suspect, David, and how he became a famous artist. David didn't really start his career as an artist, believe it or not. He actually wanted to be a YouTuber and was posting videos of his Fortnite gameplay on his channel. The reason he began making music was because his mother advised him to make his own music because he was getting copyright claimed when using other artists' music in his videos. This is what led David to start making music, and not long after, he had created a song named Romantic Homicide that became a TikTok hit after
Romantic Homicide.
posting snippets of the song. He then dropped the full song on July 20th, 2022, and the rest was history. Not long after that song came out, he was approached by Darkroom and Interscope Records, inking a lucrative record deal. After signing, he dropped another hit song called Here With Me in 2023. Now with a label behind him, this song became even bigger than his last, blowing up on TikTok and accumulating hundreds of millions of views, even going platinum. Fast forward to today, everything seemed to be going great for David. His music career was thriving, and he started a tour about a month back and was performing for his millions of fans all over the US. That was until the incident on September 8th that changed everything. On September 8th, the authorities were called to a Hollywood tow yard at around 12 p.m. They were called in to investigate a car that was in their yard. The car they were calling about was a Tesla that was reported abandoned in the area 5 days before.
It wasn't abandoned in the area. The shit was parked in front of his house. And according to the neighbors, this car have moved, came back, moved again, and came back. Now, supposedly, David has been on tour. So who moving this car? If David is on tour in all these different cities, he's not in Hollywood, who is moving this car? And if the tow people smelt it, you mean to tell me the people in the neighborhood didn't smell it? I'm sure they did, but they ain't gonna say nothing. The people driving the car, the person who's moving the car from this corner to in front of the house, back to down the street to back to in front of the house, You mean to tell me they ain't smelled nothing? Bullshit. They smelt it. Either they know what's going on, his managers, the people that live in their house, they know what's going on. They know if this girl then ran away twice and went to his house where he lived with his managers, because he's a young person. The house is in his manager's name. I'm sure it's other people, other adults in and out of that house. They knew this dude was messing with this little girl and they said nothing. They are to be blamed too.
The car was then towed to the Hollywood tow yard. After the car was sitting there for a few days, it began to release a horrible odor, which made the tow yard staff suspicious, requesting the police come check the vehicle. When the police arrived, they noticed the smell themselves, and while searching, discovered a decomposing, dismembered body inside of black plastic bags left in the trunk of the vehicle. The state of the body was so bad they couldn't immediately identify the victim, but they did report that the deceased person was 5 feet 2 inches and weighed about 70 pounds. She was wearing a tube top and a size small black leggings. They added that she had wavy black hair and was wearing a yellow metal stud earring and a chain bracelet. The body was also reported to have a tattoo on the index finger with the text "shush." Make sure you remember this tattoo because it will become more important later. The police were then able to identify the owner of the vehicle. It turned out to be registered to the artist David, who was currently on a nationwide tour. The police reported that the vehicle hadn't been reported stolen by David either. The authorities then got in contact with David, who was cooperating with them. The authorities haven't arrested David or named him as a suspect. He actually continued this tour for the next few days like nothing ever happened. It wasn't clear if David knew the person or had a connection to the crime either, especially since the girl's identity still remained a mystery. The police weren't able to determine her cause of death either, meaning they couldn't confirm if she was murdered or died of natural causes. By this point, the news had gone viral on social media and everyone online was talking about it. Most people were defending David.
Let me tell you something. One thing social media gonna do, especially that goddamn TikTok, they gonna solve a goddamn case. One thing social media gonna do is help the FBI and the po-po-ho solve a goddamn case. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We're gonna solve that case. Oh yes, indeed. Yes, 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 honey. Um, so look, y'all think this was a sacrificial killing? What y'all think? Put down in a comment and tell me what y'all think, cause what is this? Why he not in jail?
Claiming that he didn't have anything to do with the dead body, suggesting that his vehicle was likely stolen while he was on tour and used to commit the crime. All that quickly started to change though, as more details began to come out. Remember that shush tattoo found on the victim's finger? It turns out that David has the exact same tattoo on his finger. This was seen as a possible link between David and the victim, as people that get matching tattoos are usually either in a relationship or close friends. While this was a suspicious detail, it was still nothing definitive. But what happened next changed everything and made David look even more suspicious. After the police described the victim and the media started reporting on it, a woman contacted TMZ claiming that she believed the missing girl found in David's trunk was her missing daughter Celeste. Celeste had gone missing back in April 2024 when she was only 13 years old. Not long after this, the authorities were able to confirm that the body found in David's Tesla was in fact Celeste. Now this is when things take a serious dark twisted turn.
Okay, so rumor also is that Mr. David, um, he was born in New York, but then they moved to Texas, where he was very sheltered. Okay, he was very sheltered. He didn't have a lot of friends. He didn't go outside. Um, the only thing they did was like go to church. They didn't listen to secular music. Excuse me, music. They only listened to gospel music. Like he had no social life outside of his house and outside of his room. And I'm gonna tell you something. This is my opinion. I could be wrong. I ain't no goddamn doctor or nothing like that. But when men or young men, when they don't know how to socialize, I think they have a potential of becoming a David because they don't know how to socialize. They don't know how to talk to girls. They don't know how to keep their feelings in check. because they had no experience. Now, I know this girl. Her son doesn't go nowhere. He doesn't go outside. He don't go outside. He don't got no friends. He don't do nothing. He's almost 27, 26. I don't damn it know, but he's 27, 26. He don't work. He don't do nothing. And he's a man like David. They're gonna want to. I don't give a damn if they don't know how to talk to women. They're gonna have sexual thoughts. They're gonna have sexual feelings. When you don't know how to, because he don't know how to talk to girls. So it ain't like he can be like, oh well, damn, can I get your number? You know what I'm saying? What's your number? He don't know how to do that. So they become rapists and serial killers and shit like that because they just don't know how to socialize. But they're gonna want the opposite sex. It's a natural thing. So yeah, let's keep going.
See, one of the details Celeste's mother told TMZ was that her daughter had told her about a boyfriend she had named David. This is when David went from a famous singer to a prime murder suspect. Just yesterday, it was reported that a home in California in which David was staying at was raided overnight as the police searched for evidence of his possible involvement in her death. The authorities were seen taking items from the home.
Details are coming into our newsroom about the missing girl found dead in singer David's Tesla. We now know police have searched a home in the Hollywood Hills where David had been living.
Eyewitness News reporter Monica DeAnda joins us live from Hollywood with the very latest. Monica.
Colleen Phillip, good morning. Take a look here behind me. This home is where David was living, although he does not own the home. LAPD investigators served a search warrant here last night.
He definitely owned a home. Oh, trust me when I tell you he owned a home. But because of his age and probably he don't have enough credit and none of that stuff, he probably wasn't able to put the house in his name. The house was in his manager's name. Managers do that all the time for their young artists. They'll get an apartment or they'll get a house and they put it in their name. But at the same time, the managers live there too. And ain't no telling who what. This dude don't live in this big ass house by himself. Trust me. He got other people staying there. And his manager stay there too. The house is in his name. And the girl's body was dismembered. So that means her body was cut up. Did David cut up her body? It's just so much. And I am going to be on this shit. I done went down this damn rabbit hole. And I don't know where to stop.
Collecting evidence. Right now, however, this is only being called a death investigation and not a homicide. And we're told that is because the LA County Medical Examiner's Office is still working to determine how exactly this teen girl died. Look, this video shows crime scene investigators carrying out a laptop and other items from this home on Doheny Place. It's possible evidence connected to the missing teen's disappearance and death. Police remaining very tight-lipped about the investigation, but we now know this home is where the singer was staying.
This was all unfolding as the internet began finding more and more strange details that further painted David as a possible murderer. A few days ago, it was reported that David had made a song called Celeste back in 2023, not long before Celeste went missing. The song was never released, but you can find the lyrics of the song on Genius and the song itself on SoundCloud. In the song, David is heard singing about Celeste with lyrics reading, "Oh Celeste, the girl with my name tatted on her chest. Smell her on my clothes like cigarettes. I hear her voice each time I take a breath."
Crazy, right? His lyrics are weird and they're crazy and they're dark and they're demonic, and he never socialized with no girl. So the first girl he got, because he started talking to this girl when he was 17 and I think she was 12. Sick, right? Yeah.
The girl with my name tattooed on her chest. Smell her on my clothes like cigarettes. I hear her voice each time I take a breath. I'm obsessed with Celeste.
Now this song, the matching tattoos, and the girl's mother claiming the missing girl had a boyfriend.
And look, he ain't bad looking. I mean, he like a little weirdo, but it's a cute little weirdo kind of thing. It's giving what a man named Jimi Hendrix. That's what it's giving. I like it. I really do. I like it. I ain't even gonna front. I like this look. I really do. But he weird as a bitch.
Named David confirms that he indeed knew this girl. Now let's analyze that alone for a moment. We don't know when David started dating or talking to Celeste, but we do know that she was only 13 back in 2024 when she went missing. Back in 2024, David was already 18 or 19 years old, as he's 20 now. This is already a seriously disturbing crime and would make David a PDF file. He was literally dating a 13-year-old girl. And to make things worse, the 13-year-old went missing and her body was then found in his trunk. As people kept digging deeper and deeper, things only got worse and worse for David, as images of what appears to be Celeste and David hanging out were posted all over the internet, with a FaceTime conversation that shows Celeste and David being screenshotted and spread all over the internet. In the screenshot, you see that it identifies the girl as Celeste. Eventually, this video was also posted of what appears to be a girl who looks like Celeste hanging out with David. TMZ then released this picture showing David with Celeste as well. They also posted this live stream where Celeste and David were spotted together talking to David's fans. In this video, they talk about making sure the video is deleted after the stream ends.
Oh, wait.
Oh, look it. Answer that one. That's so mean if you don't answer
Which
that.
one? What's good, David? Big fan. Bro, thank you, Mitochondria. Appreciate you.
I gotta sound with him if you even.
We
We need to delete this.
Maz, can we delete all VODs? And then as soon as the stream ends, delete the stream too?
It was clear that David not only knew Celeste, but he was in a romantic relationship with her. If you know any of David's music, you would start to see he has been talking about this forbidden love in his music in almost every song. His music seems to provide the confession everyone is looking for. The first thing I wanted to point out when it comes to his music was a strange coincidence I have noticed. In just about every music video David has released, he has a girl in the video that looks like Celeste. These girls he often casts for the videos tend to resemble Celeste, at least to me. In almost all his videos, these girls seem identical to Celeste. You tell me if they don't. In the video for his hit song Here With Me, he shows a girl that again looks awfully like Celeste. Things get even stranger when you start looking at the lyrics of his song. In his songs, he seems to repeat.
Y'all see how weird this is? I ain't no damn detective. I ain't no police officer, but he did it. His ass did this damn shit. I don't give a damn what no damn body say. He did it, and he confessed in all the goddamn music that he released. Every girl in all his videos look like Celeste. This fucking dude is crazy.
Repeatedly admit to being in a forbidden relationship of some sort. Even his hit song Here With Me, he sings about not caring about how long it takes, which now does seem to be about waiting for Celeste to reach the age of consent so they can be together. In his song from a few months ago, Crashing, David sings about it all coming crashing down, but still holding on to her.
All comes crashing down. I'll be holding on to you, holding.
Don't she look like Celeste? And all this damn red, that jacket fire though.
on to you.
Which again makes you think he knew this all was coming. In his first hit song, Romantic Homicide, he sings lyrics that now sound extremely suspect. Singing in the song, "In the back of my mind, you died, and I didn't even cry. No, not a single tear. And I'm sick of waiting patiently for someone that won't even arrive." Also singing, "In the back of my mind, I killed you, and I didn't even regret it. I can't believe I said it, but it's true. I hate you."
In the back of my.
Now, mind you, he made this song before the girl died. But even still, when you throw shit like this out into the universe, oh baby, it's coming back. That shit coming back tenfold.
Mine, you died, and I didn't even cry. No, not a single tear. And I'm sick of waiting patiently. In the back of my mind, I killed you, and I didn't even regret it. I can't believe I said it.
This guy got a huge following. I ain't knocking nobody who listen to this, but this is some dark ass shit. And you got to really be going through something to listen to this dark ass music. This shit ain't good, y'all. Man, this ain't good. This is not good at all.
But it's true.
Now, this song was released all the way in 2022, when Celeste was likely 11 or 12. Considering what he was singing about, it makes you think he was referring to Celeste. This song clearly could have been about her, indicating that he might have been with her since then. The video in this song was even more disturbing, showing David wearing a blindfold which seems to have a double meaning. One that indicates he's ashamed of what he did and is blocking it out and not looking at it, and two, that he was once blind to the truth. In the video, he shows a girl that looks like Celeste covered in blood. He also shows a scene of the girl laying in his bed while he stares at her body, even showing a scene where David opens a luggage and bloody knives fall out. This to me seems strange.
This to me seems fucking demonic, bro. If my child was sending out this type of content, I would automatically think something fucking wrong with you. Excuse my language. I'm gonna try to stop cussing. I don't know when, but look, all this shit is demonic. Like, this is crazy.
And made me curious as this video came out in 2023. I had decided to dive deep into his music video catalog.
And look how cute he is. He's so cute. You look crazy to yourself.
And this is where things got strange and disturbing. In many of David's videos, he seems to show a scene of a person's body being placed in the trunk of a car. In his music video for his song One More Dance, he is seen dragging his own body and placing it in the trunk of a car. These videos have deep symbolism that we will be coming back to in a bit. In David's song Where Did It Go Wrong, he shows a scene where a girl points a gun at him. In the music video, the girl kills David, which seems to be what he did to Celeste. Now, what's odd is that David has heavily incorporated death and murder in his music branding. He was selling shirts with blood all over them that he made himself. Also, in his most recent tour, he has incorporated a casket funeral set design. When fans walk into a show, they find a casket and these pins that say "Rest in Peace, Sleep Well." Why was he hosting what looks like a funeral at his own shows? This is clearly connected to Celeste, and it seems that all of this is obviously some sort of
Child, he done gave that goddamn girl a goddamn funeral. Her damn body parts was probably in that goddamn casket. This is some weird ass damn shit. If I was to walk in a goddamn concert and there's a casket at the entranceway, I'm going home. I'm going home. I'll go to church. Cause what is this?
of twisted confession. It clearly appears that David allegedly killed his girlfriend and then tried to hide the body. What doesn't make sense is why would he leave her body in the trunk of his own Tesla? Why was the Tesla abandoned and not burned down to hide evidence? It almost seems like he wanted to get caught, especially when he made an entire catalog of music singing about Celeste. The question that everybody has, if David murdered Celeste, why did he do it? Why did he end the life of his girlfriend that was only 15 years old? Well, according to this man who claims to have been Celeste's teacher, he believes he knows what happened to Celeste. In this video, we see a teacher talking to his classroom, telling them about how he knew Celeste and how she was one of his students. He goes on to tell the students an interesting story that might provide some answers to what happened to Celeste. According to the teacher, Celeste and David met through the internet and were actually dating. After she went missing initially, she was eventually brought back by the police. And
y'all gotta watch y'all turn on these internet. Like, these parents are throwing these iPads and these tablets in these babies' face as early as 2 years old. Y'all need to fucking be careful. Y'all need to be careful. Fortnite, Roblox, all that shit. Y'all need to really, 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 really be careful. Because this is crazy.
Went back to school and allegedly told her friends what happened. The teacher claims that he found out that Celeste and her friends might have been blackmailing David, but he doesn't say what she was blackmailing him with.
What? Hold up. That's her in my classroom in front of this poster right here. Okay, hold up. I got another one because I got a picture on TMZ of this other kid exchanging stuff with the rapper who we alleged did this stuff. Hold on a second, because he's also in my class.
He's telling his class about, what happened to the student that was in his class last year. In my opinion, it sounds like he just gossiping and talking. Like, really tell these kids to stay off social media. And he is going to say social media, but he just look like he gossiping right here. Giving tea.
We all just found out yesterday who it was, but she's been missing since I taught her. So when I taught her, she met this dude on social media. He was a rapper in LA. He came and got her. She ran away from home. She was gone for like a month. The cops found her in Hollywood, brought her back to our school. She came back to our school, kind of told people this story. She disappeared again in May of that year, May of 2024. That's when her friends told me what happened. That it was this rapper, that they were like blackmailing him, all of this stuff. And then I found out yesterday that she's now dead in that rapper's car, cut into pieces. You want to know how they met? I feel like I just said it. Social.
And he's not a rapper. He's a singer. See how they try to do us? See, because he a black man. I'm not saying this is what he doing. I'm not saying that. But he's not a rapper.
Media.
Now, I'm not gonna lie, this story the teacher tells seems quite interesting and possible, but there's a lot of holes in this story, especially since David has been showing symbolism since 2022 that he was gonna take his girlfriend out. This led me to look for an alternative reason, and this is what led me to think there's way more to this story. The fact that it seems her death was so deeply tied to his music tells me something sinister is behind all of this. All of this to me indicated this wasn't just a murder, this was much deeper and darker, and I wanted to get to the bottom of it. The more I looked into this, the more it started to look like a ritual sacrifice. I started digging into David and I started finding a lot of indications that he's into the occult. For example, I found pictures of him doing the one eye symbolism, where he could be seen covering one of his eyes. As we know, this is a common occult pose done by many celebrities. I also found this photo where he could be seen bending down over a checkered board floor with his name spelled out in blood. For those who don't know, the checkered board floor is a Masonic symbol.
Oh yeah, they got his ass early. Them, I'm throwing up air quotes. Them people, they got his ass early. Okay, he weak-minded. They already know he been sheltered, and he ain't. They got his ass early, bitch, early. Cause this checkered floor, the whole one eye, his name in blood. That probably was his. Yeah, let me hush, cause I don't even know if that was his sacrifice. Lord Jesus. Lord, I hope that baby wasn't his sacrificial lamb.
The Freemasons is a secret society that pretty much runs the music industry. Many big artists are Freemasons. In my last video about every rapper that sold their soul, I showed proof of this. If you haven't seen that video, you will find the link to it in the description. David also has songs called Satan's Pursuit, where he sings about not caring what God does to him because Satan is always pursuing him. In his song, he sings,
how does he think this way when he was raised in the church? He was raised in the church. He's never heard secular music until he was around 13 or 14. How does he feel like this?
Driving on my lonely. I don't care what God does to me, because I let Satan pursue me anyway.
Driving on my lonely, I don't care what God does to me, cause I let Satan pursue me anyway. The man that I used to be did a better job of telling stories. Oh my God, it kills me slowly, day by day.
These lyrics clearly indicate.
I wonder if he can really sing. Like, do he really have a nice voice? I need to hear it, because this I hear auto tune. I mean, it sounds good, but I still hear auto tune.
That David is into the dark arts. This picture is by far the most disturbing, as it shows David blindfolded wearing a white shirt covered in blood. What David was showing us with this photo was an occult ritual. And many occult rituals, especially those in Masonry, members are blindfolded. The blindfold indicates spiritual blindness, not seeing the light or understanding the hidden knowledge. When a man joins the Freemason, they are blindfolded and go through what is called a death and rebirth ritual in the first 3 degrees. The same blindfolding process is used across several occult groups. This is why this imagery is used often by big artists. For example, Young Thug, who I recently made a video about, also has an album cover wearing a blindfold. If you saw my last video on Thug, he too performed a death and rebirth ritual. Also, Little Durk has a similar album cover, and he too went to jail like Thug and is participating in the same ritual. Young Thug is a Freemason, he confessed that himself. Considering that David shows himself repeatedly on the checkerboard floor, I believe he's a Freemason too. The blindfold indicates he was going through an initiation ritual, with the blindfold representing he was spiritually blind before being initiated. The blood on his shirt indicates the ritual he did was a blood sacrifice. White in the occult is a representation of a pure soul, with red or blood representing a blood sacrifice. He's wearing
Y'all look at his eyes. Don't it look like Fetty Wap? He looking like Fetty. Fetty Wap with the one eye.
a white shirt covered in blood, which symbolically tells us he made a blood sacrifice. This photo here shows him doing an occult pose, which shows him offering her blood in this ritual. Now, when we look at some of these music videos, we see exactly what he's telling us. Romantic Homicide was the beginning of this birth, death, and rebirth ritual. In Romantic Homicide, as he was becoming a famous artist, he was showing us that he was going to have to make this sacrifice, showing himself wearing the blindfold while looking at the body on his bed. He was indicating that this was his price for fame, and this just so happened to be his very first hit song. Him showing the body on the bed indicates that she was his offering. She was what he was going to sacrifice to make it to the next level. This ritual continues on to the next video. In his video, One More Dance, we see the second step of this ritual when David has to symbolically kill his old self, which is depicted by him dragging his own body and placing it in the trunk of a car.
And there you have it. And there you have it. And there you have it. That's it. I said it was a sacred. I could be wrong though. I could be wrong. I don't know. I don't know. But I'm gonna follow this damn shit because I think he did sacrifice this baby.
The girl who is supposed to be Celeste is still being shown in this video. David in this video is wearing the same outfit, the blindfold, and a shirt covered in blood, showing us this video is connected to his last video and is a part of the same ritual. Like I said before, the death and rebirth ritual has 3 phases. The first phase is the birth, where the person is born blind. The second phase is the spiritual death, where the person experiences the death of their blind self in order to be reborn in the truth. The third phase is the rebirth itself. This video is about the second phase, the death. Not only Celeste's death, but his own spiritual death. This is why he is being shown being buried at the end of the video. This is his spiritual death. His rebirth is shown in every video after this. This video came out 7 months ago, which marks the last video he's seen wearing that blindfold. As you can see in his recent videos, he no longer wears the blindfold because after Celeste died, he completed his ritual. Now, we don't know how long Celeste has been dead for, but we know it was for a good amount of time, as her body was already decomposing. To me, all of this is clear. David's career didn't just start out of nowhere. He was chosen, and he was given all of this for a sacrifice. This story reminds me of Triple X Tentacion's story.
Yeah, that's another story. I know a little bit about it, but I mean, I guess we'll react to it someday, child. He cute too.
He also did the same thing. I made a full breakdown on his situation, and it was just as dark. If you want to see that video, you will find the link in the description. I believe David did indeed allegedly murder Celeste. I believe he did it as a ritual offering, just like we see many of these artists do. I want to know what you guys think below. Do you think he did it? To me, it's pretty clear as can be. This is why I tell people to pay attention to the lyrics of these artists' songs and what these artists are saying in their videos.
All right, y'all. Well, that's that on that. My little lunch break is over. But yeah, I think he did it too. I think he did it too. I don't got no proof. I ain't no detective. But according to the goddamn people on TikTok, oh yeah, he did it too. He did it too. And I'm going to keep watching all the stories because I want to see what's going on. Okay. So, like I said, my little lunch break is over. Y'all, I couldn't even go outside and go sit in my car right quick. So I would appreciate it if you like, comment, and please subscribe so I don't have to work while I'm at work. Okay, you get it? I don't want to work while I'm at work. So please subscribe to my little channel. And y'all have a good day. Bye.